Welcome back to my Disney Princess Legacy Challenge. So we are with lovely Cinderella here. She is planting herself a little garden at the front. At the end of the last episode we were trying to find her a match. Kind of didn't go so well. She was sort of perusing a lot of eligible bachelors and nobody was sort of standing out. So right now I'm just I'm planning a black and white bash because I thought, well, how did Cinderella in the films meet the prince? She was at the ball. So I was thinking, well, let's plan a closest thing I guess we can get to a ball in The Sims. So a black and white bash. I'm scheduling this for the next day at the Von Haunt estate. It's 7. I thought that was a good time for a ball. Apologies if you can hear the birds outside. Being that it's almost summer, it's me changing Cinderella's outfits. But being that it's almost summer, the sun is up late, the birds are up late and early. So if you hear that, that's why. Anyway, Cinderella's finishing up planting her garden, and now she's making some food. So as a reminder, challenges are the goals for Cinderella's generation is that she needs to do all of the cooking and all of the cleaning. She also was not allowed to marry until her mother passed away, was it? But Cinderella's mother, who was Snow White, passed away several episodes ago, so that's not so bad. Currently just sort of giving Cinderella a little bit more of a makeover. I guess her eyebrows really weren't speaking to me, so I actually spent quite a lot of time here picking eyebrows, and to be honest, I'm still not entirely enamored with the end result. But of course I have to get Cinderella looking her very best for the ball. So here I'm picking out an updo, which should really try to match what she looks like what sort of hairstyle she has in the film. But there are not many updos with a full front fringe or bangs. In fact, I'm not seeing any here that have a full front fringe. So I went for this one, which had a nice, big, low sort of bun, because Cinderella has a high bun, I think, in the film. So I'm just grabbing a necklace if Cinderella would stop flinging magic around. And I've also only just realized as I'm editing that I had her, she's not wearing black and white to the black and white bash. Anyway, in the spirit of Cinderella looking her very best for the ball, we have her taking a jog around quite rainy island on Lindenberg, but it's really I love this weather in video games. It's just really nice. Just makes me want to be outside in the rain. Although there's not been a whole lot of rain in Scotland lately, which is very, very unusual. But isn't it super pretty? I feel the same in when I'm playing Grand Theft Auto when it starts raining. I'm just like, oh, I really love the sound of the rain, the way everything looks, like the grey and the like dark colours, everything sort of, takes on when it's raining. But now Cinderella's stinky and it's a bit late, so she's going to sleep. While she was sort of sleeping, I got her a couple of side tables. Not those ones; those were not nice. But yeah, I had a little bit of money, so I thought she could do with a couple of nightstands. So, oh, and even I think I was looking at lamps, but I think I got her candles on one side. I like these cute little night gas lamps from werewolves. Interestingly, werewolves is something I've not sort of explored in The Sims. I'm putting things on her end tables without using the cheat that I used, I think, in my last video. I was like, oh, this is how to put extra things on tables and things. So she ends up with candles on one side and body lotions on the other. So I have her going for a little jaunt before the ball starts. I actually downloaded this really cute lot. It's called I think this overrode the ball that I planned. But I downloaded this Royal Ballroom, which I thought was really pretty. Like, it's kind of naked underneath, but on top it's gorgeous. It's like golden. It's got this piano, and it's got on the other side, I think, yeah, it's got a microphone. There are a couple bars upstairs, but for some reason the only bar that was on, it's got tables, and there's even a host station and a waiter station, actually. I didn't even notice that before. So it's possibly a functioning restaurant. But I just used it as it's a nice little ballroom. So I realized that I overrode the other ball, so she's just inviting all of the eligible bachelors, or potentially not eligible. Yeah. Oops, this is actually a functioning restaurant. Oh well, because there are the chef stations downstairs. And then there's a bar downstairs in the kitchen, which is where the only working bartender was. Oh, that's why it's dark underneath, because those are see-through lights. I can see. Because the walls are not up, I can see downstairs, like all the people and the doors and things. So Cinderella's just dancing, mingling. We have Malcolm Landgrab and Caleb Vittori, I want to say. I always say Vittori in my mind, so. And then there's Brent, Ebert. Her mailman. That's how she met him. I think most of the rest were just like she randomly met them at places I was sending her to try and find a match. I'm not sure what this guy's name is. It was there for a second. Yeah, so I just have her dancing a little bit. Well, quite a lot really. And while she dances, she's just chatting to everyone, like, you know, in the film Cinderella, all she wanted to do was go to the ball. She didn't want to marry the prince. So I'm like, you know, sort of following that logic. She's here because I want to make a match with her and a prince. And Hugo, Villarreal. I'm probably butchering these names, but they're all not Scottish. I was gonna say you guys would probably have a tough time of if you're not Scottish like me. You'd probably have a tough time of saying traditional Scottish names. So, but yeah, Cinderella doesn't know that I'm trying to find her a match. She's just like, wow, let's go to a nice ballroom, get all dressed up, and funnily enough, I see everyone is dressed so fancily. So downstairs we have Cameron and another guy and another guy. So I'm having her order everyone a drink, but I was trying to go for something kind of cheap. So yes, as I said, the only manned bar is this one downstairs for some reason. Probably because, you know, it's a restaurant. But I can only imagine I've got a glitchy game anyway. You saw Cameron just walking into the bar there. I can only imagine how long it would take for food to come out. Yep, Caleb's just like going through the bar. And I just tried to get Cinderella to pinch Judith Ward's drink. But yeah, everyone just walks through everything in my games. And I don't know if it's like a RAM issue or if it's a storage issue, if it's a because I'm recording at the same time issue. It's an issue is what it is. So Cinderella's chatting away with Travis Scott, I think, here, which I think I actually had, or who I think I had Snow chatting to. Yeah, Travis Scott. We have a lovely photographer, paparazzo, in between the two potential lovebirds. And Cinderella's not enjoying how untidy it is in here, but she is a neat sim, so I guess that makes sense that she's finding it untidy. So she's a little peckish, so I had her order meat and cheese plate. Now she's talking to this mustachioed guy. And everyone's kind of leaving because it's getting quite late, 2:30, you know. Dentist time. Yes, that is a dad joke straight from my own dad. And we have this guy with very interesting trousers. They're like half jeans, half Amazon padding. So Cinderella eventually gets home from the ball about 3:30. She climbs into bed, ready for a new day, which is Love Day. She actually wasn't that tired either, that her energy renewed really quickly. But yeah, I'm gonna have her, I moved the garden, as you can see here, into the back. And what I thought Cinderella might be interested in is flower arranging. So obviously growing up, she saw her mum do quite a lot of, gardening. Snow had her own garden. And yes, Cinderella attended it a few times. But that was one of the very few jobs that she wasn't in charge of. So, when she enjoyed sort of being out of the house, which was, new to her. She was mostly in there, when she wasn't at school, she was cooking, she was cleaning, I'm sure you may remember how she was just constantly cleaning all of the toilets that I had. Jake Bacon thinks Cinderella is swell and wants to become best friends. But yeah, so Cinderella had lots of bathrooms to clean until I shrunk down the size of Snow White's cottage. But yeah, so it's Love Day, so I had Cinderella go back to this coffee shop that she was at before and she met quite a few people, and she's just walking around because she apparently can't find the door, I'm not sure. So yeah, she's going to grab something to eat and hopefully find herself a snack while she's here. I'm gonna try and eat the croissant before someone else nicks it, because that always happens to me. And here's the very unappetizing looking scone and jam. So we have Jules here, we have Raj, who is stuck in the window. Does this happen to anyone else? Is this just me? It's crazy. So yeah, she's taking a seat at the bar that she spent most of. Was it the last episode? It was one of the recent ones. She just was sitting there chatting to everyone. So she's doing that again, trying to, when she was growing up, she lived quite a solitary life. She saw her siblings, but not much. Can you hear the birds again? They really, really want to be part of the video. Anyway, she just saw her, her mom, her dad, sometimes when he would deign to visit, her stepdad, and, her siblings, and then Sophia, who was Bashful's partner, wife. We did have a side episode where they got married, and yeah, so she lived quite a solitary life. So her childhood and all these people that she's making their day. So Brent just called and said to Cinderella that he wanted to ask out someone else. Now, Brent has been the one that has been getting along best with Cinderella, so yeah. I had Cinderella say yes, because I kind of was thinking, well, see what happens. She just started to talk to that guy and then he walked away. So she's now coming over here, chatting with the people over here, leaving her beloved bar area. She's just a social butterfly now that she's able to spread her wings and leave the home. Here's Dirk Dreamer. She's going to attempt introduction and we'll see how that goes. Oh, she's back to her favorite bar. And there's someone with stuck in stuck in the counter, a stormtrooper helmet, a suit jacket, and like cycling shorts. And now he's talking to himself in the bathroom mirror, which you can just see at the top left. Oh dear, I didn't even notice that when I was editing before, but you know. And everyone taking snaps of Dirk Dreamer, and the coffee machine is gross. The windows are also gross. Brent, it's me. Do you want to go on a date? Well then. Oh, also, this is from Jungle Adventure, and it's so pretty. I got this a couple months ago, and I think it's just a really nice place. I was a huge fan of World Adventures for The Sims 3, and this is kind of close to it, especially when you go actually exploring. But there's only like sort of one place, whereas World Adventures, there was like, you could go to Egypt, and there was like the place under the Sphinx, and then there were many others, but you know, the pyramids, obviously. Like, Egypt was the best. And then in China, it was, you know, like they had the Forbidden City, and then there was like the Terracotta Warriors, and then there was France, and oh yeah, there was like the place that you go through the dragon mouth in China. That was so cool. And then yeah, there was France. They had that big house that was like all trapped and stuff. That was really cool, actually. But anyway, we have Cinderella and Brent over here having their first kiss, and I almost missed it. And Brent, his date just keeps getting better after they kissed, and then you look like you're having a good time, Cinderella. Oh yeah, because it's not a gold date, because as in GOALED, because it's Love Day. Also because he asked her out. I'm not sure if it's then gold or not. I know it's gold if you ask the other person out, but maybe if someone asks you out, it's not so. It doesn't have the goals. Thanks for a great date. Talk to you soon. And Cinderella has learned that he's single. So I guess the girl he asked out, they just went on one date. Always so weird when you show up and someone's at your door. I think it's because they're actually wandering around in the vicinity, and then they just like sort of spawn at your door. So anyway, we're at the next day, and I had watched a video where someone was like, hey, did you know the Scarecrow could do this? And I had no idea. So we'll see a couple of interactions with the Scarecrow after Cinderella does some gardening. She has actually discovered that she loves gardening so much, and she's tending to mostly flowers here. You can see bluebells, she's got snapdragons, she has mushrooms in the corner, which of course are not flowers. But yeah, she enjoys gardening, and she enjoys her flowers so much that it got her a little flower arranging table, and you will definitely see her do some more of that when she's not walking through a wall. But yeah, so she's chatting with Patchy, the straw man. So you like chat with Scarecrow, and you like talk about birds, and I've forgotten all that you talk about, but you ask about the crows or something. Oh, Scarecrow shock. Did anybody else just see that? Because, yeah, that is kind of scary. The scarecrow just starts moving while she's talking to it. But then again, if you are brave enough to talk to a scarecrow, you should be brave enough to, feel the repercussions. Oh, she's running through the wall again. Oh yeah, discuss the birds, make small talk, tell harvest jokes, and question ability to actually scare crows. Oh, Brent is here, and he wants to be best friends with Cinderella. Oh, nice. So she's chatting with Patchy again. Brent wants Cinderella to be his girlfriend. Oh, well, I guess he found her Prince Charming, even if he's telling jokes mostly to himself in the garden. So Cinderella again, making some food. You have Brent just making himself at home over here. So I think now that we have a boyfriend in the form of Brent, we have found our Prince Charming, but let's let these two lovebirds sort of spend a little bit more time together, see sort of how they're matching up, how they fare together, if the chemistry is there. Let's let them spend a little more time together than the prince and Cinderella did in the film. See if they're compatible. And so far it's looking really positive. Yeah, they're super cute together, so I definitely think we found Prince Charming. I think we might have to lock him down in case that other girl that he was going on a date with shows up to steal him away. Because, yeah, there's no doubt that these two are compatible. So Cinderella is asking Brent to move in with her, and of course he is accepting. And so that's where we'll end today. Her search for a Prince Charming seems to have come to an end, and we'll see what sort of life they begin together. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the